I'll place my hands in prayer. He is forever right there.
Welcome to your reading. I went ahead and shuffled and pulled the cards so that we would waste no time. And I've pulled 3 rows of cards, and the first oracle cards that came out were deep knowing and transmutation. So Spirit is saying that if you acknowledge that you have inside of you all the answers and the Spirit lives within you, as you build your strength with acknowledging that fact that inside of you is that deep knowing, this phoenix rises. This is the transmutation of the mind from the ego to the Holy Spirit. And the more you align with that deep, deep knowing, the more you are being lifted out of the density of the body and into the mind of the spirit. That's what I'm hearing. Pretty cool. And then I pulled 3 tarot, and you got, for this line, the Emperor, the 2 of Swords, and the 10 of Swords, which tells me that you have decided to lay a whole cycle of pain down, like 10 swords, which could be a lifetime of pain and suffering. But in this particular 10 of Swords, in the original tarot, it's 10 swords going through someone's back. But this card shows 10 ravens flying away and a woman peacefully looking off into the horizon and allowing those conflict thoughts, pain, suffering of the past to go, to be released. This is what this card represents, release. And there is also just with the 2 of Swords, there is a going inward. There is a looking in. There is a, what's the word I want to say? There's a practice happening. There's work being put into the release of this 10 of Swords. And there is a willingness to release, to end it. It's happening. And when this is complete, you know, this is how every move you make is going to feel just completely, you know, sure of oneself, just waiting to be moved. There's no rush to put that chess piece down, just waiting. And there is like a stream of white light coming through to the sky from above. And he just has no worries in the world. He's the Emperor. He's had every trial and test and gone through it with shining colors. He's passed all the tests because he's failed a million times. And now he knows that he's going to be shown which move to make. Very, very cool. So in this next row, we got happiness and chop wood. So right away, I knew that this, and when I was shuffling, the card of new beginnings fell out. So there are some endings of cycles and some new beginnings. And there's also some advice here from the Spirit. And it says, chop wood, happiness, which means in order for you to be peaceful and happy right now, it's going to be just to do the little things and do them well. The St. Francis song, do few things and do them well. It's like a nursery rhyme. I forget how it goes, but it's like that Buddhist saying, chop wood and carry water. Just do the task that's in front of you and only focus on that task. And that's going to bring you the most joy right now, just being present and focused on what's in front of you. Because you are going through a major transition, walking away from what, you know, those swords, those cups that no longer served you, walking into a new horizon. There's so much healing happening that you're having to rest and recover each day a little bit, because it's a quickening of healing that's happening. You're coming into your spirit self and the ego is dissolving. And it's, you know, sometimes that can feel like, you know, intense. Sometimes that can feel very intense, but you're doing it. You're walking away, and the outcome is victory. 4 of Wands, all 4 corners of your world being stable and secure, victory and celebration. And in this last row, you have this dragon power card and a message in the bottle. So your power lies in listening to the messages that you're hearing. That's what I'm getting from this message. So that is where all your power lies, in receiving, listening, and receiving the messages that you're hearing from the spirit. Oh, wow. Your power is the messages you're receiving from the spirit. Because what's happening is you're letting go of this sadness, this feeling of being abandoned or left out in the cold or left out of something in life. You're leaving that. And as a matter of fact, you're like, you're even bored with your old stories of sadness and being left out and just drama and devastation. You're bored with that thought system. This is the death of that thought system. It's the death of that personality self that is, crying because it's been left out of something. You are coming into the spirit. This is you, the emperor. You know that you could care less about a door that's not open to you. It's closed for a reason, and you go to a new door. This is the emperor energy that you're coming into. It's the death of the victim. The death of the victim mentality is what's happening for you. And I just love that, acknowledging that you have a deep knowing is going to transmute the ego, and doing what's right in front of you, simple tasks with full presence, is going to bring you happiness. And your power are the messages that you receive from within you. Those are the messages that I have for you, and I'll see you next time.
I'm gonna bow my